If you're still treating dark spots based on these myths, you're wasting time, money, and months of progress. Let's fix that so your routine finally works. 1. Vitamin C is enough to fade hyperpigmentation. Vitamin C improves brightness and antioxidant protection, but it cannot replace targeted pigment inhibitors. It supports the routine. It is not the routine. 2. SPF 30 is fine for pigment-prone skin. SPF tells you very little about UVA protection. UVA is what drives most hyperpigmentation in melanin-rich skin. You need stronger UVA protection daily, so make sure you're picking a sunscreen that actually has broadband protection or specific UVA protection called out. 3. Exfoliation clears dark spots faster. Controlled exfoliation helps with turnover. Too much exfoliation, however, is going to irritate the barrier, and irritation deepens pigment. Most people are unknowingly pushing themselves backward. 4. Niacinamide is a primary dark spot treatment. No. Niacinamide works at the final step of the pigment cycle by reducing melanosome transfer, by reducing pigment transfer into your skin cells. But that single step is not enough to fade established hyperpigmentation. It is a supportive ingredient, not the anchor. 5. Lasers fix everything. The wrong device, wrong wavelength, or wrong settings can make pigment darker and much harder to treat. Melanin-rich skin needs the right approach from someone experienced with your skin tone. 6. Pigment should fade in a few weeks if the serum is strong enough. No. Epidermal pigment can fade quickly. Mixed pigmentation, melasma, or early dermal pigment need months of consistent treatment, not weeks. 7. Most people have only one pigment type as their hyperpigmentation issue. The truth is that most people have a mix of post-inflammatory pigment, sun damage, melasma tendencies, and sometimes early dermal involvement. Each of those respond differently. If you treat the wrong type with the wrong strategy, progress stalls. 8. You can still make progress even if your barrier is irritated. Anything that aggravates or irritates your barrier sets you back. Inflamed skin produces more pigment and blocks brightening ingredients from working well. Calm skin responds faster, so work on that barrier before you work on anything else. 9. One pigment ingredient is enough. Most people have multiple pigment pathways firing at the same time like we discussed. That is why a single ingredient serum will always tend to underperform. Tranexamic acid reduces inflammation-driven pigment, for example, and melasma pathways. Azelaic acid will calm inflammation and support gradual brightening. Retinoids will improve turnover and help remove existing pigment over a period of time. A multi-active serum can address more pathways at once. 10. You do not need sunscreen indoors. UVA passes through windows and keeps activating melanocytes even when the sun is not visible. Daily protection is absolutely essential for pigment-prone skin. The biggest and a bonus myth that hyperpigmentation is a one-time fix. Anybody prone to pigmentation will remain prone to pigmentation, and it can return at any time, even after you've successfully treated it once. That's why hyperpigmentation is a continuous cycle of maintenance and treatment, not just a one-time fix. When you stop treating hyperpigmentation based on myths and start treating it based on biology, you will finally see steady, predictable progress. Save this, follow for real science and real results for melanin-rich skin.